Before we get started, quick reminder, any of you that are new to this group, 15 minutes of positivity. The idea is we're just going to take a few minutes every day to try to get into a state of positivity. And there's so many doorways in, right? Be it mindfulness, gratitude. Today's doorway will be equanimity. And the idea is we are what we repeatedly do. So if we keep practicing getting ourselves into sort of stimulating that part of our nervous system, then hopefully over time it gets easier and easier. And the magical mechanism that underlies that process is called neuroplasticity, or in this case, self-directed neuroplasticity. And so, uh, yeah, let's see. What the this I'm sure we've all been in this situation before, sort of hanging out at the airport and flight is delayed and we're tired and the subjective experience is really not what we would choose for ourselves. And then we start thinking about, a warm meal, a shower, bed with clean sheets, and so on. And so when we finally get there, there's something just so sweet about, mm, having been in this uncomfortable, tenuous situation, then finally experiencing that relief. And so, in my experience, the trick to being able to maneuver through those situations is to be able to inhabit that space that we experience when we're, post shower in the clean sheets, closing our eyes, whatever that experience is of, this is what I was waiting for. If we can drop into that place with some degree of patience and resilience while we're, trying to rest our head on our suitcase at the noisy airport, that's a pretty powerful, positive skill to be able to cultivate. So just remembering the sweetest things in life oftentimes are the ones that we have to wait for, that are they're just beyond our grasp, and eventually we'll get there. So uh, the term that I think we can use for this is equanimity. So what is equanimity? It has to do with being able to accept things as they are without attachment or aversion. So when you're laying down on this uncomfortable airport, bench, and it's not really as clean as you want it to be, and it's just not really comfortable, and you get into a place where you simply say, "Oh, this is the way it is right now. This is there's nothing I or anyone can really do about this to change it." And noticing the part of our mind that is either going to complain about it and say, this sucks, this shouldn't be happening this way, and I can't believe, right, there's this sort of aversive energy, um, and or there's an attachment to whatever narratives are bouncing around our brain about how much better things will be in the future when I'm not trying to sleep on this icky airport bench. So equanimity has to do with just being able to inhabit this spacious experience where we say, okay, I'm accepting that this is the way things are right now. I'm okay. Mm, Yeah, maybe there's some uncomfortable experiences involved in this, but the resilience or the fortitude to just be with what is without the grasping or the pushing sensations. That's what I'd love to explore today. So let's try that. Let's close our eyes. And wherever you find yourself in this moment, let's start by just acknowledging that. So, where are you? To like to be in the body that you're inhabiting in this moment. You might notice some discomfort, some aches and pains. If you want to, you can sort of shift around in your seat and make yourself a little more comfortable. All the while, seeing if you can get real with the reality in this moment, which is we're just sitting, how the body feels right now. The grass is always greener somewhere else. Even that we can simply accept and acknowledge. Realize it's just part of the way the human mind works, allowing us to settle in even deeper into what is in this moment right now. One of the techniques that I've learned from my Buddhist teachers is we can label experiences. So if we become aware of, let's say, certain thoughts or ideas that are bouncing around in our mind, saying, "Oh gosh, this. I wish I were more comfortable right now," or "My knee really hurts," is we can just notice that as, oh, thinking or feeling or sensing, and just keep it really basic and just notice the process as it's happening, and then just label it. Oh, that's the body sensing knee pain or a stiff lower back. Some anxious thoughts. It's just practicing being with what is and being okay and comfortable with potential discomfort that may arise. And usually the obvious ones to work with are sensory experiences. So physical sensations in the body are usually pretty easy to pinpoint and say, oh, there it is. There's that ache or that pain or the rumbling belly. A little sneakier and more difficult is mental discomfort, being able to identify, oh, there's that anxious belief, those troubling thoughts. But in both cases, the goal is just to sit back and just see them for what they are. See if we can cultivate this equanimity and experience discomfort and still be okay. Things can be different than the mind would like them to be. We're okay. Doesn't mean I can't or shouldn't do something about it. But whatever action we take usually has a very different quality to it when we begin with equanimous acceptance of just what is. My experience when we start with acknowledgement of what is, acceptance, actually opens the doorway to a compassionate relationship to whatever the experience is or the people that are involved. So see if that's alive for you. There's compassion, and how does it relate to equanimity? With each in breath and each out breath, there's an opportunity to start this intention over, this intention of acceptance. So just noticing each in breath is unique, out breath is unique. We can use them as anchors for this intention of just saying, this is what is right now. And sometimes the mind is resistant to the this notion of acceptance of what is. It's that idea that things should be different or shouldn't be the way that they are can be really strong. Just noticing if that's alive, and maybe even finding acceptance in that. Like right now, mind doesn't want to accept what's happening or is resisting what's happening. And equanimity has this timeless and spacious quality to it. It's like this vast expanse that can handle all kinds of different experiences and emotions and all welcome. And take a deep breath in through the nose, long, slow exhale through the mouth. Send the air out of the belly, the chest, shoulders. And hold the out breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose, the mouth, relaxing the hands, the belly, shoulders. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Before you open your eyes and come back to the session, just linger for a moment in this open, spacious place of acceptance, contact with reality. The invitation is to see if you can stay in contact with that to a greater or lesser extent throughout your weekend. So I hope it served that purpose. So take care, everyone. Hope to see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. See ya.